All right, so before we get into this heavy topic, it's just what I can't understand is when I'm in an empty parking lot, why do people park right next to you? They decide that they're gonna plop right next to you. All the spaces in the world, they just park right next to you. So I just can't sip on my matcha without somebody deciding to sit right next to me and look at me like a fucking weirdo. But anyways, let's get into this.
Let me go. Stop. Dude, leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Your daughter is right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my. You're
You did this!
No, you. Stop throwing stuff and help your daughter. You're.
The horrible scene. You can see that her actions are not excusable in the least. But of course the internet's gonna be divided somehow. I don't know how the fuck you can be divided seeing all that shit. All those swings of the swings of the bar stools were intentional. She didn't have to pick up no bar stools. She did all that on her own. And now, like, the internet is asking, oh, did he provoke her? Like, the fuck? People can provoke you into, like, picking up bar stools to throw at you. You understand? Like, just thinking about the logistics of that whole thing makes me wonder, like, what the fuck is wrong with society? And what the hell is wrong with the women that defend this nonsense? Because this is ridiculous.
Taylor Frankie Paul's actions were absolutely inexcusable. Do you think Dakota was instigating prior to filming?
I don't think Dakota was. I think
he was.
Well, instigating. Okay, that's a little bit of a stretch, but yeah, I think that this is what I think. I think number one, he purposely 100% released this video before the show to totally kill her.
Okay, so that was another question. The timing is suspect,
which makes him also guilty party.
So you think
that's a disgusting move? And I look, I'm not saying that, two wrongs don't make a right. I don't know what his character is. I haven't watched enough of the show to know who he is.
Apparently, it's quite, from what I've read.
Yes,
clearly he's the victim in what we've seen, but from what I've read and about his character on the show, it's like he's not squeaky clean.
And it takes two to tango. I know that probably isn't appropriate to say, but I don't think that he's. I mean, just happened
in this case. Well,
they've never been abused before. They've never seen somebody just go off of anything, because there's no reason for this shit to happen. There really isn't, and they're looking into his character, but not looking into hers. That's interesting, right? His character, like, what if he was violent on the show? Then I would say something. But even if this dude like pokes and does all kinds of shit, it does not mean that you can get violent. This doesn't justify violence. I don't understand how anybody could even justify this, even in the slightest. And these two people are just fucking weirdos. Like, yeah, I'm going to keep calling them weirdos, because anybody that tries to defend this type of shit is a fucking weirdo. This is not cool.
This is going to sound real insensitive when I say it, but I need y'all to hear me, men. Never get with a woman who was abused in her past. And I don't mean by her parents. I mean in past relationships. Never get with a woman that was abused. You're probably thinking to yourself, why do you say that? Now, there are some exceptions to this rule, right? Let's say a woman got abused by a man and she immediately left that relationship. That woman's safe to talk to. Never get with a woman who was abused in a relationship and stayed for a long time, right? Like, so let's say she tells you, oh, my ex was abusive, like he used to put his hands on me, and you ask her, how long were you with him? If she says, oh, I left him right after after he abused me, you can talk to that girl. If she says, oh, well, I was with him for like 3 years, you're not her type, bro. Especially if you're not abusive. If you're not an abusive man, if you're a lover boy, if you're a kind dude, if you're a gentleman, all that stuff, leave her alone. You are not her type. Because what do you mean he was abusive and you stayed with him for years? We have nothing in common. You will not be able to accept the love I'm gonna give you. I'm saying this from experience. She will not be able to accept the love that you give her. Either eventually it will turn her off, or it will trigger her so bad because she's never been treated this way before that she'll start pushing you away. She'll start treating you like garbage. She'll start abusing you. I'm gonna say that again because I lost you. She will begin to abuse you because you're treating her well, because she doesn't understand why you're treating her this way. Never get with a woman who was abused in a past relationship and she stayed for a long period of time. She will treat you like garbage because she cannot fathom why you're treating her well and the other guy didn't, so it'll make her think something's wrong with you. I'm just letting y'all know, man, don't play that game off. That's all I can tell you.
I couldn't agree more, because I've been there as well, and it was tough. You can't fix somebody. Only they can do that. That's an inside job on them. Now, all those experiences will spill out, and they won't be able to receive the love that you're trying to give them. There's no point. Most of the time, it's a little bit selfish because they're looking for somebody to just save them, rather than them save themselves. But then they have these ridiculous expectations of you being super good and like the opposite of the idiot that they were dating. So it just creates problems, and you're better off. There are those one-offs where those women can like actually deal and they're doing well, but you want to take that chance? You probably shouldn't. So I'm just saying, when you deal with someone that is abused, they can become the abuser. It's a huge possibility that they'll start becoming abusive. Because the last one that tried it with me failed miserably. To this bachelorette bitch, she just does not seem to have learned a lesson in all this, because this goes all the way back to like, I think it's like 2023, and it's just such a mess.
For any of you guys that have not heard about this TikToker that became the Bachelorette, and she filmed her whole season and it was about to come out on Sunday, and then her ex-boyfriend released a video from 3 years ago where she is beating him, choking him, and throwing chairs at him in front of her 5-year-old daughter. Let me just summarize how this is a prime current example of how society views men versus women and the complete double standard that is still there. Women are coming on here on this app that have big followings, right? They are creators, and they are defending this woman from doing what she did. They are claiming that it was reactive abuse, right? So like the stuff that we didn't see before this video just made her act that way, which is a prime example of what men face because women continue to not be able to take accountability, and they can't even watch another woman take accountability for her poor actions. But the evidence of what this woman did to him was already there. It came out 3 years ago when she pled guilty to the charges, and she like openly talked about it on her TikTok and how she was like trying to improve herself and make amends. But even with that, she continued to become successful on social media, and she ended up being on 2 major shows. That alone would have never happened if a man had that kind of backstory. Last thing that I'm going to say about this is that women are also coming on here and questioning the timing. They're saying that it just contributes to the evidence that this man has continued to try to tear her down. But if genders were reversed, we would be absolutely praising a woman for giving the information and for releasing that video. Because in that case, you know, she would just be telling her story and saving other future victims. Yet when a man does it, he releases it, all of a sudden, he is still the problem. Make it make sense.
That's another point I forgot to touch on too. This thing, the timing, like that even matters. Yeah, like listen, oh, he's being devious because he decided to do this at the time it was gonna be released, even though this happened 2 years ago. So what does the timing have to do with it? Timing has absolutely nothing to do with this shit. It was gonna come out regardless. It was public information. But like just before the release means that he did it to shut it down. So if the show aired and you seen that shit, it would have shut down regardless. it would have looked real bad on the network. So, fuck that timing shit. That shit does not mean a thing. But she's been able to, like, have a career even after doing all of this. Someone in high office looked at that shit and still allowed her to continue being successful. No man could pull this off without, like, a lot of backlash. But she's getting all kinds of support and she's feeling great about it. Look at that. Nothing can break her stride. I mean, you just like hit your kid and the father of your child or your husband, and you're just dancing it up. This should already tell you about her character, that she is not sorry in any way. She gets interviewed, she does not care. Her demeanor is like she's justified because you got these losers out there like justifying her shit. This is not cool. And to be honest, I wish she had tried this with Mike Tyson or something. Like, I don't know. Somebody, just the wrong one. Because this continues because she keeps meeting the right ones. She's going to meet the wrong one day, and it's going to be ugly for her. And we're just going to laugh about it. Because I think there's like a show or something where a chick beats up on women that are doing this to their men. I don't know. I can't find the footage. I'll try to find that footage later on. But it's, I don't know, like, she really needs her ass kicked. Like, just seeing her face, like, honestly, she's not learning lessons yet. This is why she's getting on like this. Because she's got that privilege. I don't like to talk about the privilege. She's got the privilege, plus she ain't got her ass kicked yet.
Not gonna try to embarrass me, nor make me a fool. And now you're gonna go pack up and leave.
She's a badass.
Do you think you can date a mom? Actually, not just one. Date one.
He slept with one of her friends and came here.
I might as well have my ex come in. Leave. Get in the car and leave.
I think the roses are a powerful symbol.
Don't really care. I like them back.
Yeah, she looks pretty damn aggressive in this one. Like, ABC didn't know. Yeah, they knew. You're just hoping that she just wouldn't fuck up. But they're taking a chance on a repeat offender. And they lost a lot of money doing it. And good.
So you're telling me Dakota just picked up his phone and started recording Taylor Frankie Paul, not provoked, nothing had gone on, she just started going crazy.
And done this. If it was a man that was doing all this, nobody would be asking, oh, did she provoke him? No. Nobody would be asking this. It's just, he started raging out. You know, like, he started powering up, raging out, whatever. What men do, because that's what men do. We're always aggressive. So there's never an excuse for men, but definitely an excuse for women.
Crazy, because that's what she does. No, what you see is reactive abuse. You are only seeing a young girl, I think she's 21 here, at a breaking point. You don't see what he did to provoke her in this video. You don't see the abuse, whether it been physical or emotional, on her. He picked up his phone and started recording after everything he did to provoke her, to get a reaction out of her. And I'm not saying that it's okay, but she's 21. Her darkest moment is being recorded with a toxic relationship, a toxic man. Him saying, yeah, Taylor, this is what you do, clearly is him just still egging her on when she is absolutely losing it. That is reactive abuse, and I do not think she should be canceled for that. If every woman at 21 that was in a toxic relationship with a manipulative man had their worst moments recorded and sold on the internet, everyone would be a lot less judgmental.
You know what I mean? There's always going to be an excuse, and there's so many of these videos out there. They're not rage bait. They're being dead serious about this, thinking that it's okay to react that way to whatever words there are. You're not being physically forced or being restrained or anything. Just whatever he's doing to upset her. And you don't understand that, like, they always want to call any reaction reactive abuse if it's a man that is the purpose, like, who's the victim. So just think, like, imagine all he did was ask a certain question. You could have asked, are you cheating on me? Is that reactive? Like, is that going to provoke you to, like, start beating somebody up? It shouldn't. But this is what they will call reactive abuse. Hard questions are reactive abuse. Comments they take badly are reactive abuse. This is the type of, like, mind of a man hater. They're not reasonable. So they're going to keep on saying all kinds of stupid shit just to justify her reaction, her violent reaction that hurt her man and her kid. So it's these women are disgusting, and I don't want to say what I wished could happen to them. So I don't know, YouTube guidelines, I guess. In this next video, viewer discretion is advised, and this is another example of dating someone that has trauma in their past.
So she came over to hang with me and she started breaking all my shit for no reason. She drank 2 Long Islands and can't handle it. She been hitting me, abusing me. Look at the TV, she broke PS5, everything. Throwing shit in my, still hitting me. Still hitting me. Hitting me with a phone. China, I'm...
You hit me.
Still hitting me.
Yeah, so girls just demonic. Just fighting them demons. They're only going on like this because they know that man will not fight back. If that man molly whooped her, she would be put in line or probably call the cops. But there's a 50-50 chance that these women learn a lesson. That ass whooping or that retaliation will check them and say, you know what, let me not raise my hands to people because this is a possibility. I'm not strong enough to fight back. Second, they call the cops and they get their way, which is usually the possibility. It's unfortunate that these people exist, these women exist. So just gotta be careful out there. Vet these women.